This video is a video response to NicePeter's Monday Inspirations video. But it's actually more of a, it's like a direct video response to that video. But it's more of a response to his, a video that he made like over a year ago, in 2011, like the beginning of 2011. And it was a video called Listless. It was a Monday show, and it's called Listless. 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 And basically, I actually made a list for the video and do it and everything. So basically, let me just process things and I did it. Oh, okay, just kidding, my pen just flew out of my hand. Okay, listlessness is when you have a bunch of, like, you have things that you need to accomplish, but since you don't, you just kind of like think, oh, I have things to do, but you don't, like, precise, you know, I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, because you just have a vague idea of what you have to do, or you just have a vague idea that you need to do things. And basically, the cure to listlessness is to make a list. And that's what I did on Monday, okay, in my planner. This is my planner. On Monday, I started, and because usually, you would think, well, duh, it's a planner. You need to write down your freaking homework every single day. But usually, like last week, I just thought to myself, I'll just remember that I need to do that thing for homework. I don't need to write down, you know, whatever. Planners are for losers. Yeah, no, because there were a bunch of things, like homework assignments, that I forgot to do. Because I just forgot about them because I didn't write them down. So, Monday, I wrote a list. On Tuesday, I took up my planner to write down one thing for homework, and then I was like, I looked back at Monday and I was like, I should do that again because that worked. I did the things that I needed to do. And then Wednesday, which is today, I wrote a big list. A big old list. And I already did some of the things on the list. But, let's lost my other page. There it is. Okay. The first thing on my list, well, technically it's the second, but the first important thing was to print the binder inventory for biology. Because she does like binder checks, so it's just like a list, like the order of things, like that, the order that the papers need to be in our binders. And I also wrote next to it, I wrote organized binder because I had the inventory, so I was like, why not organize it too? And then I wrote next to organized binder, fix the piece of paper in the front. And this piece of paper in the front that I'm referring to was a piece of paper from a notebook that wasn't hole punched, and so I had to hole punch this piece of paper because it wasn't hole punched. And so I hole punched it, and I accidentally hole punched it a little bit over the edge, so like couldn't connect it, like couldn't be in my rings, in the rings of the binder. And so then I did it again, but the holes obviously didn't connect because that'd be stupid. But so I had the holes, and I had it in my binder, and then eventually it ripped out, and so it was like no longer able to stay in the holes in my binder. So it was just this piece of paper, and it was just like floating around in my binder, and it just always annoyed me. Every single time I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna fix you tonight. You'll just get on my nerves so much. I'm just gonna fix you. And then but I never did anything about it because I just completely forgot or whatever. And then alright, that was a teacher burp. CPSXC for the win. And then, everything is so out of order. I wrote the list, and then it's just a bad list. So yeah, so I finally did this thing. I finally did this thing that has been bothering me for so long, that I've had to do for so long. I finally did it because I wrote it down. And you're more likely to, like they say that you're more likely to achieve like your goals, like your life goals or whatever, if you write them down. And even like if you, because then like you can see what you have to do, like you can physically see, I need to do this, you know, because like if you kind of make a mental list, like things get lost in your brain, you know, you forget things, everyone forgets things. But so even like when you just go to the grocery store or whatever, you make an actual like physical list of the things that you need to do, I mean things you need to buy at the grocery store, then you're not going to forget anything. Like if you just, well, unless you forget to write something down, but I mean, whatever. Like, if you just, some people make, like, a mental list to go to the grocery store, and then they get back, they're like, oh no, I forgot to buy the egg, dang. But if you actually write down everything that you need to get at the grocery store, and you go to the grocery store, and you see this list, and you're like, oh, look at that, eggs, right there. And then you go, and then you buy the eggs, and then you have eggs in the coffee. And then, okay, I have the list is not making anything better right now. But, so I had, no. Okay, so basically, so yeah, lists are awesome. And if you're like, if you are in school, like in high school, or even whatever grade you're in, I don't know. I currently am in high school, and lists are proving to be very helpful. So if you're like in high school, or even if you just like have some type of job where you would like have deadlines where you need to get things done, then you should pretty much make lists like daily, like pretty constantly. Like whatever you need to do, like if you're in school, like write down your homework and other things that you need to do. And even if it's not like something that's due the next day, or even if it's just like, oh, continue reading that book. Like, don't just say, oh, I wrote it down this day, whatever, like, I'll know that I have to read it. No, write it down on every single day until you don't have to do that thing anymore. Or until you, like, complete a task. Like, if there's, like, on this day, if I don't finish something that's on, hang on, you can't see it. Okay, if there's something on this, like, list from today that I don't finish, then I'm gonna write it down tomorrow on the list, on tomorrow's list. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, well, I'll just see that it's not crossed off and I'll know that I have to do it. No, just because, you know, you might not see it because you'll be looking at today's, well, tomorrow will be today. Let's say it's tomorrow, you'll be looking at today's list and not yesterday's list. This would be today's, this would be yesterday's. I'm pissing myself. Okay. Tomorrow you'll be looking at tomorrow's list, okay? Let's just go with that. Tomorrow you'll be looking at tomorrow's list. Tomorrow's Thursday, you'll be looking at the list for Thursday. You're not going to be looking at the list for Wednesday, so if you have things that aren't crossed up, you might not see those. So just add them to the Thursday list, because then you will 100% see, oh, I need to do this thing because I didn't finish it yesterday, whatever. So basically, lost my page again. Wait. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's basically all I had to say. Apparently. Yeah, just write down your list. I wrote the things down that I had to say. I made this video literally like 10 times and it kept on like not working or I didn't like it. But then I wrote the things down because I kept repeating myself, which I probably have done still. Anyway, so I was just basically in this video just trying to like spread the words of NicePeter, because in his video it was pretty much what he said. I don't exactly, of course, remember because it was apparently a really long time ago, over a year ago. I thought it was like earlier this year. It was last year. It was January 2011. I thought it was like January of this year. That's crazy. Because like I always just think of that video in the back of my head, kind of, when I think like, I'm probably not going to remember to do this, I should write it down. I'm like, that's NicePeter reminding me, basically, to make a list. And so, let's say thank you, NicePeter, and also, I'm just trying to spread his wise words, because he's so wise and very epic. If you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. So yeah, make lists because they will help you with your life and doing things, and you will get things done. And then when you cross things off your list, it's going to feel awesome. You're going to be able to look at that list and be like, look at all these things that I did. Yeah, personal victory. And it'll be awesome. Alright, so thanks for watching, I guess. And I hope you take these words to heart or something, maybe. Alright. Bye, guys.